Are we done with the butt stuff? Do we want to move on?
I think so.
Okay. Well, hi, Mark.
Well, hey, how you doing?
Hi, Steven.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Okay.
All right.
So, I'm fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, doing great again. Doing great as always. Another interesting week. Another exciting week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was exciting. Can we talk space and science for a minute? Because
yes,
right now the big thing is the black hole image.
Yes.
Well, we've been talking about black holes for 5 minutes here.
There's your segue.
There it is. We'll edit all this out, of course, but
right, yeah.
We're gonna leave it in.
Well, I'm just saying, I put this up on Twitter. I mean,
you found it?
Well, no, the science found it, but I saw it, retweeted it, and I said something like, "Come on, here, scientists, you guys have been calling it a black hole forever. What did you think it looked like?"
Yeah,
because
that was good.
That was the whole big thing this week was, oh my God, we know what a black hole looks like finally. Here's an image. I watched a video on how the team put together all this data from satellites linked from all over the planet, combining, and part of me is, I'm wowed, I'm amazed, but also it's kind of blurry,
Yeah, it's like a picture of Bigfoot.
What an asshole.
It's like, yeah, I mean, it is Bigfoot, but also quality's not great.
I mean,
you got a 1080p Bigfoot. Would you go inside of a black hole? And I mean the space one. Would you go in there? That's what I want to do. I want to go in there so hard. I want to go in there, just pack me into a capsule with snacks and fire me into space, and I'll figure it out. Everyone will, you have everyone down on the ground and the world's watching, and the radio people are huddled around the radio because they still do that too, and they're all waiting to see that moment when you penetrate that black hole and figure out what's in there. And that's what I want to do. I want to be that guy. I love my wife. I love my daughter. I love my family. I love you guys. But more than anything, I want to be that guy that just gets flung in there and just see what happens. Even if you only have communication with me for 10 seconds. And you'd be like, oh my God, he's in there. What? Describe it, and I'm like, man, you guys wouldn't believe what and then click out.
Well,
right.
So if
couple
okay,
things.
Yeah, if we had a science man on this podcast, he would tell you once you pass the event horizon, you're not getting any information back out.
You've seen Contact.
Yeah, why is that so? I mean, I guess it sucks you so hard. Is that what it is?
Basically.
What's really on your mind, Mark? You're using a lot of language tonight.
No, I only use this kind of language because I'm an idiot. I don't have a bunch of words in my repertoire.
Well, Mark, you're exactly right. I mean, a science man could sit there for minutes and try to explain it, but you nailed it. That's basically it. It sucks you so hard, you're not getting out.
I have about 100 words that I use, and I just dumbed it down to that. So it sucks you so hard and fast and good that you just.
Well, you're right. You're right. And speaking of, this is very related. You posted something on Twitter recently. You found a suck machine.
That's right. Yeah. I posted something on Twitter. It was Sorry, I'm looking this up real quick. It was a Chinese company. It says it's automatic sperm extractor is helping clinics collect semen from donors reluctant to masturbate in a hospital setting. So you basically stick your I don't want to be rude, but wang in this. Well, I don't want to use that for a Chinese company, but
Yeah, that one. We got a lot of layers going on here.
But you stick it in there, and there's a line of them. There's like 8 of them next to each other, and it just it makes sure it gets out all your goods. But I just I thought it was funny the fact that they're like, because people can be reluctant to masturbate in a hospital. Well, first of all, I was never that person. Second of all, yeah, because it's way more weirder to be standing next to someone in a jerk machine.
Yeah. So this suck machine, there's rows of them like in an open space. Like people who don't want to be in private can do this in public. Like,
yeah, I guess there's all I saw was a row of them. Were they on display? Were they in a suck room?
No, the picture you showed me, it was like a row of machines, like they were all together. Like you could be standing a foot from someone who is also on a suck machine.
Yeah, you could high five someone who's also getting sucked.
Well,
now is there like an Eiffel Tower machine?
I think that's the point. You get all these machines in a row. Everyone holds hands.
What about the people that are still reluctant? Like I was thinking, I commented like, could someone in theory have a newspaper reading it, covering the entire machine and their face so no one sees them? Like it just like your violent shaking. You see this newspaper back and forth.
Just these clenched fists crumpling up a newspaper, trying to hold it up in front of their face. Like a busy businessman on his way to the office. Well, I'll stop by and make a donation this morning. I'm a charitable man.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like people trying to read a book while they're on a treadmill. It's like,
yeah,
go fuck yourself. Like, you're not being productive.
Yeah, I love the newspaper just like shaking violently, like he's like, oh, nothing to see over here.
trying to be civilized.
Well, let's have just a real quick recap and revisit 15 or so minutes in, and it's been nothing but butt sucking and coming in public.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we're sorry. We apologize.
Not saying it's bad. It's just might be shocking or startling to some people. It's not our normal material. Not that there's anything wrong with it,
but it's our 3rd episode. We've warmed up by now.
Yeah, we want to talk about stuff we believe in. Well,
I just don't want anybody to think that we bamboozled them into like a pervert podcast or.
Okay, you're right.
But anyways, coming in public. So, man, that's all I can think about now.
Right. Is there any other news? I think that's it, really.
No.
Yep. Goodbye, everyone. No, I think that was those were the 2 things I saw. I'm a little still confused about the black hole. I mean, I get it. That black hole, so that no one knows where it goes. It goes to a different universe where
possibly
or dimension. Which ones has the there's a whole world of people with tails. Like, what's that world? Is that a dimension or is that a universe?
I think we need to be careful in trying to take too much of our scientific knowledge and ideas from Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that they're wrong about everything or they're incorrect. I don't know how much is actually true.
Is that a Rick and Morty episode?
I think a lot of all of their stories are, deal with the multiverse.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And, parallel dimensions or timelines.
Yeah.
But I think some of it is true. I'm not sure how much.
It could be. Yeah, that's the multiverse theory. Is there's an infinite number of parallel universes that it could be, the slightest unnoticeable difference all the way to, people could have tails, or maybe the one closest to us is, maybe the only difference is they got an official term for butt breathing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to live in a universe where we're not lined up high-fiving coming in machines. That would be nice. We got the shitty part of that one.
We're the weird ones. Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
What? That just seems like a completely redundant waste of a universe where the only difference is butt farting or whatever that activity is. They have a name for it. The only difference is that has a name, already has a name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm no Neil.
You're no Neil Patrick Harris, that's for sure.
I'm no Neil Patrick Harris. You've always said that and felt very strongly about it.
It's right next to my other bumper sticker.
I'd like to get back to ass breathing.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm kind of...
All right.
Picture this, a universe where people can actually breathe through their asses. Like, let's say you hold your nose and your
like
mouth.
A fish?
Well, yeah, and let's say you're running out of air. The third place you can breathe from, your ass.
Okay, so here's a scenario. You're in a submarine. Water is filling up from the top down.
Wait.
Okay.
That's not how water works, I know, but let's say there's a scenario where water, there's no gravity. Water is
okay. I see what you're getting
you
at.
Understand?
Okay.
Right, so now water is filling up, but it's filling up on the ceiling first. So you're trying to break out of this one room, and you're trying to open this door, and it won't open up at all. And you're jiggling it, and you're like, "Oh my god, I got to!" And so it's filling up, and now it's coming up at your waist, and you're still breathing through your ass. And then so at the end, you only have like 6 inches left, and you swim down, right? You swim down, and your ass is on the ground, and you take one last big breath
through your ass
to try to open that door, and then you open it up, and then the water comes out
of your ass.
Well, yeah. I mean, eventually. Oh, CPR is going to be a nightmare. That's a good point.
There'll be a lot more dental dams sold if that was the case.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's great. So you're saying it's possible, like that scene in the movie we've all seen where take one last breath and then we're going to swim for it. We're going to swim for the exit.
Right.
Except for these people are upside down and their asses breathe one last breath and dive down.
Mm-hmm.
What would it sound like?
Yeah, I would assume it's just an inhale. I don't know if there's any other.
Just a real tight shot on like the back of somebody's pants when they take that last breath. Like you can see their butt cheeks flex just a little bit.
Okay. So in your movie scene, they have their pants on.
Yeah, it's not a porno.
Okay. Well, all right.
It's
yeah.
just a weird universe where people breathe in their assholes.
But wait, they're in jeans? Are they in jeans or they got a bathing suit on?
No, they're in like a Navy uniform. I mean, they're on a submarine.
Oh, they're in uniform.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so they're sucking through white pants then.
You said
No.
you said it was a universe where there is no gravity and water comes in upside down. What if it's just a parallel universe where the submarine, they're just trapped upside down? Like
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
they're just
I
trapped in
follow.
an upside down position or
That's a
whatever.
lot less work and a lot more believable.
Like they're trying to crawl through a tube or something, and up the submarine's twisted to the side. I don't know, but
I'm going to need to see somebody draw this for me. I'm
Yeah,
having a hard time painting the picture in my head. I'll
we should get Kudo to do a picture.
ooh, yeah,
Put it on
Or
a shirt.
AM Draw. They can. He's also quite the artist. We got 2 artists in our Discord right now that are quite good.
Fantastic.
and we just assume that these people are going to want to diagram a butthole drawing person trapped in a submarine with reverse water.
Reverse water.
I just like the idea of them wanting to like they're gonna go out with like their friends like I can't tonight. I'm working on this piece.
This piece.
Well, no, as soon as anybody or as soon as they hear this, they're just going to Discord directly to delete account. Like, well, I can never use that username on anything ever again.
Right. Yeah.
Right, because even if you pay them or you offer to pay them, they could still say no.
Of course.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else got something that's been happening this week we need to talk about?
Let's go to some questions.
Yeah, do we have any questions?
Okay, that's a good idea. Let's let me dial up the old hotline here, see if we have any messages. Okay, here's one.
Hi, this message is for. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, I was wondering what made you guys choose VR only as opposed to playing any other multiplayer games and things like that. And lastly, for the love of God, please do not touch Fortnite. It is AIDS.
Wow. It's actually a good question.
I appreciate it. I don't think we'll ever touch Fortnite.
Yeah, it is weird. I've had a couple friends say, "Hey, why don't you just do like videos of all games?" And then a couple friends say, "Yeah, you should just do a Fortnite one just for like views and stuff." But I think we've all agreed that that's kind of not what we want our channel to be.
Yeah, I guess we started out with a theme with the VR stuff when we first got into that, and we realized the potential with all the gesturing and it could be really funny. We could do regular games, but we just wouldn't have that gesturing ability.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier this week about the importance of kind of using the environment in VR, and it's just you don't get that in the other games. Just kind of like on our last Forest video, someone pointed out how Joby kind of slowly turns, and then at the end when he puts his hand in his face, and kind of shakes his head, it's like you can't get that in a normal game. So it kind of, I don't want to. It's kind of like, just think about being outside, like seeing someone play the game like this. It's kind of weird to see someone get that into a game, but those little motions kind of add a lot more potential and comedy to the scene.
Yeah, it's the subtlety maybe, or you don't have that. There's no way that you could have that fine of control over a character or an avatar using just a mouse and a keyboard or a controller.
That's funny. Who was that? Who was that caller, or was it anonymous?
It was anonymous.
Oh,
Anonymous. Nice.
thank you for that.
Yeah, that's an awesome question. And yeah, I guess with the VR thing being so new, we kind of felt like let's just stick to that, and that kind of make it kind of, I don't know, a little bit more original too. I mean, we've had some game companies say, "Hey, we'll pay you to review our games because we have subscribers," but that's not. We collectively said no because then we're just going to turn into just we want our channel to be what we want
want
it
to
to be.
say.
Yeah.
Well, and doing just the VR stuff instead of a small fish in a big pond, or more of a small fish in a small pond. There isn't as many other people doing just VR stuff like we are, I guess.
Yeah, and to that point, I wasn't even. My wife bought me the VR set for Christmas. I wasn't even planning on getting a VR set at all because I didn't have the time, and it seemed like a lot of effort too. And then that we did the Star Trek video together. I think that was like the second game we played together, and Steven was just recording it, and it turned out to be, he edited it down. It was funny, and I don't know, Steven, did you send it to someone, or was it?
Oh, that was our very first video that got picked up by a social network. I think that's sort of got us noticed a little bit, and this was before the bar fight one went huge.
Yeah, that was before bar fight.
Yeah, that one was picked up by Gaming Bible on Facebook, and it's like a UK gaming network. And then after that, there was a bunch of other UK gaming networks that asked, "Hey, can we post that too?" I said yes, and then it just kind of snowballed, and then we said, "Okay, let's see if we can make one out of bar fight," and then we did.
Yeah, and I guess to that point, we didn't intend to actually do a channel at all. And then once people had a positive reaction to it, we were like, all right, well, let's try this one. And then that one, the bar fight one, was the second video, and that got around. So I guess we all talked about it, and we're like, I mean, we have fun do this. If other people think it's funny, I mean, just making people laugh is something that we all like to do, and that's what all of our lives are based on, really. I mean, we're not really serious people, so we were like, I guess we do this now. Let's try to do a couple videos and see what happens. So
I don't know if this is something that, if this is true or not, but I think, Mark, that maybe you and I both have the younger brother syndrome, where getting a laugh still to this day, getting a laugh out of my brother is one of my favorite things. Like catching him off guard and getting him a good, honest laugh. I think that's where all of this comes from, is like, it is so, there is something about that. It is very satisfying to try to get a laugh out of somebody.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can agree with that for sure, because two older brothers, and if you yeah, just making especially them laugh. I don't know. I do stand up comedy and make people laugh, and that feels good. But there's something about getting a genuine laugh from like you guys. Like if something happens in a video and you guys start laughing, like I don't know. To me, that's even better, because I think it's harder to make you guys laugh. So great question.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hopefully we can get some more of those rolling in.
Yeah. Oh, that was the only one.
Oh no, there's some more. There's another one.
Really?
Hi, this is Mary. I'm Jeff's wife,
Oh,
or
God
Toby,
damn
I
it.
guess. I just felt compelled to call and not ask a question, but to give a correction to his comment about making popcorn on the stove.
Are you serious?
He does not usually do it. he just eats it and I make it. And you do have to put a lid on the pot, in a pot, not a frying pan. And then you want to like just leave a little crack so the air can escape. But if you didn't put a lid on it, the popcorn would definitely be going everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
And that's just a little tip for anyone so you don't make a big mess. And yeah, just put the oil in, then you put the popcorn kernels.
How
Then
long
they
is
pop.
this?
You have to wait until they stop, and then you put actually a shit ton of salt on it. So anyways, it's very good. Thanks. Bye.
Nice.
Okay, great. Well,
Awesome. Well, first of all, I'm glad she cleared that up because now you're a liar.
I guess so. I mean, you heard it here first. I'm the liar, and she's the popcorn maker.
Well, for anyone who's doing popcorn out there, because I that's the first I know. I didn't know that you could do like homemade popcorn. Just seemed like a lie in itself. So the fact that you told me you were doing it at all was blowing my mind. So you can check that out in the last episode. And then Mary just gave you a tip for making homemade popcorn. So check that out. Send in your recipes.
What? Who's the character? Is it Freddy that can haunt you in your dreams?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's my wife, but digital. She just follows me around, haunting me throughout all different forms of digital media.
Yeah, that is haunting. How did she find out the call-in number?
I don't know.
You didn't tell her? That's so crazy.
She's probably like on a different Discord or something like, my husband's been acting weird. He's got this separate cell phone now. I wonder what's going on.
Oh, I bet he's seen somebody on the side. No, that can't be it. I bet he's got a helpline and I got to call and put all his shit on blast in front of all these strangers.
I was going to say, if you had a burner phone, do you think that she would call up and just give popcorn advice to the voicemail?
No. Well, yeah, if that advice somehow was able to prove me wrong of something that I've said or done, then yeah, she would. That would happen.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that, wife. That is helpful. I'm glad I can be corrected and the truth can come out. Good.
Yeah. Any other calls?
One more.
Nice.
There's one more. Let's see what this one is.
Hey, this is William Templeton III. I saw your ad for the Hummer H2 2001 with the 40-inch rims on Auto Trader, and I wanted to see if I could maybe check it out. I think you're in my area, and I'd love to try sometime. So just give me a ring back if you don't mind, and we'll go from there. Appreciate hearing from you shortly. See ya.
One of you guys posted an ad?
Yeah, are you guys trying to... Does someone have a Hummer?
No, I wish, but no. And I guess this William Templeton person thinks that that 513 hum for you. Oh, you know what?
Interesting.
I got, as soon as I said the number, I knew what the problem was. He thinks that this is a Hummer helpline or a Hummer sales line.
Well, that's an interesting call. You got to give him now.
Yeah, Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. He left the message, but no callback number, and asked me to call him back.
Well, I guess you have the number, right? Is
no
number. Oh, no number log. Nothing.
No, nothing. I just have a voicemail.
Oh, interesting. He's also calling about an H2. There's an older. That's
the original.
Yeah, that's the second one. That's why there's a 2 behind there.
He also says he thinks he's in your area.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, I think I'm in your area." No.
All right.
It's like he's not. He's constantly moving, so he goes, "I might not be in your area now." Maybe. Yeah,
maybe he was he saw like a banner ad for hot singles in his area, and he got confused and then called for a Hummer.
That makes sense.
Oh.
That
I
makes
think there's
sense.
a lot going on with this William Templeton.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to help. We set this line up so that we could help people. I don't want to just leave them hanging.
yeah, Templeton, if you're out there, first of all, the accent in the name is very confusing. Templeton sounds so studious and educated.
Yeah, I don't want to. Maybe I don't say what I think he sounds like, but yeah, I mean,
no, you go ahead. You say that.
It sounds like North Georgia's best, maybe. And North Georgia, if you're out there, I love you. You know I do.
Yeah, you're out there in North Georgia. We love you. You're probably in our area.
Just floating around like a blimp. They never know if they're in our area or. Well, that's the hotline, or the helpline, I guess, the Hummy helpline.
You just got to wait for him to call back again, I think.
Yeah.
This is like a very slow game of chess by mail. He leaves me a voicemail. I record, edit, and post a podcast. He gets the other half of the message, and it's going to take a while to get this Hummer sold, but I got a feeling we can do it.
Yeah, I love the questions. So that's fun. I like that dynamic, and I hope we get more callers.
Yeah, I do too. That's fun. That little add-on I said after your comment was completely useless.
No, it needed to be said. Someone had to say
not at all. It's going to be chopped off because you said it first. Or but I'm working on it, and I'm feeling better about those. I'm going to let it go, not really dwell on that.
I love how Mark got so mad at himself in the last one. Like, God damn. God fucking damn.
I get it. I'm right there with him. It immediately incites rage or instills rage in me. It's like somebody flips an anger switch.
To know what your own dumb voice sounds like.
Yeah. It's torture. Mark, do you have any shows coming up?
I do have some shows coming up. If you're in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, the Dangling Loafer on the 19th. Yep, that's the date. That'll be I'll be headlining that, and that's always one of the funnest shows, comedy shows outside of a comedy club. So check that out. And also May 8th through I think the 11th, Laughing Devil in New York, and I'll get the city. Did I say that one on the last one? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're just saying the state for now?
Yeah, just the state. You just Google Laughing Devil, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
But yeah, those two for now, and I got a couple other ones. Oh, you know what? Greensboro. I'm headlining a show 24th Wednesday at the Idiot Box. I have April. That's April 24th, and then I'm also at a Greensboro comedy show for their North Carolina Comedy Festival at the Crown Theater on the 26th at 7. And then I will be at Good Nights Comedy Club that same night at 10:30 in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Wow.
Am I hearing you correctly? You're doing a 7 in Greensboro, 7 p.m. in Greensboro, and then a 10:30 p.m. in Raleigh?
That's correct.
It's like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah,
that's like when who was it? U2 played at the Live Aid in the U.S. and in England in the same day.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah. You're like Bono. That's crazy. Do you have any big glasses, like real big sunglasses, or a hat?
I don't have. I'm not a hat guy. My hat's small. My head is small, and true story. There, a child's hat fits better on my head than a normal person's hat.
Is that like the beanie with the little propeller on top?
Yeah, that and also Mickey ears. I'll be using that a lot. But I get jealous when like I see people with like fitted hats or something, and I put those on and it's all like wobbling all over, and I got like 3 inches of space on either side of my head.
And you adjusted the strap in the back and everything, and
Yeah, even with adjustable straps, I can never adjust it tight enough. You know how it's basically like an overly sized belt on a rail thin person, where the belt that end is flapping all around, where it's like down to their knees. That's basically my head.
And there's all that extra like pant material around the pockets that's just bunched up.
Yep.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you're too
first-
self-conscious of the extra flap in the back of the hat.
Yeah. Then it's an obvious sign. You know, it's an obvious. I mean, they already see my head that it looks like a flounder. It's just flat and.
Okay. So you're trying to hide your small head with a hat, but people notice the flap in the back and they, oh my God, he must have a small head.
Honey,
Yeah.
look, this guy's got a huge extra bit of the. Oh fuck! Keep going. I forgot it.
No, I'm listening to this wife's riff right now.
Hey, honey, look. This is the wife. Hey, honey, look at this this guy with a small head, huh? He could probably fit that in his lover's ass.
Wind tunnel.
His lover.
A man that would say that called it a lover.
No, that was the wife.
All right.
Lovers.
Have you thought about like a chin strap for your hats?
Like a helmet?
Yeah.
Helmets are way too big.
Yeah.
No. Like I mean, like a cool, new era or flat build cap, that the cool people are wearing, but just like a little piece of elastic that goes under your chin, keeps it down from blowing off whenever a strong breeze or you open a door hard or something.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I seem to recall a clip of you underground in the streets of Edinburgh wearing a helmet and jiggling your head because it was too big.
Really?
Do you remember that?
What? Yeah. Yeah. That in the caverns. What was it called?
I forget, but you were theorizing about what was causing some of the markings in the walls.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Actually, we should go ahead and. Those are some old YouTube clips that some people might like. Stephen and both our wives went on a trip together, and we went to all these different places in Europe. And what would we call it?
Do you want to say?
Yeah. do
Okay.
Hey, what do we call that? Don't say it, but just know for your own good. Yeah, what did we call it?
We'll edit all this out, but it was called Culture Shocked Comics. That was
right.
my first attempt at a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, and that you worked so hard editing and all that stuff, and it turned out it was so fun.
The videos turned out great. I mean, I really enjoyed that that idea we had about comedy travel.
Yeah, that was an idea show that we wanted to do, and after we did it, we didn't even plan on doing that as a thing. We just recorded footage and then Steven edited it, and we're like, oh, that's a fun idea.
Yep. And edit all this out, all of it. But the theories are unknown as to who exactly carved all those tunnels under the streets. And I remember there's a piece of footage where you shined your flashlight on a hole in the wall.
Where's this going?
Well, do you remember?
Did I say one day people will stick their dick in here and in China, and then they'll be able to extract your semen?
No.
You all right?
I had a stroke. I'm sorry. No, what?
I'm trying to
what was
comprehend
that?
what that means.
I was trying to do a callback to the. Fucking,
I know.
the-
Edit all this
Oh,
out.
I get it.
But-
I
Yeah,
had a
edit that out.
stroke.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a stroke.
Yeah.
You know,
You
like
said-
a wank.
Yeah,
they call it. Yeah.
You said it's a glory hole for baby dicks. So
Well, I haven't grown as a person in the last 8 years, so
seriously, edit out.
a glory hole for baby dicks.
Right.
If you guys could film, if you were given the opportunity to film another episode, where would you do it?
Mm.
And it can be somewhere you've been already.
I think, well, I've talked about this personally that, because that's the only way you're supposed to talk is personally.
What?
I've personally used my own mouth to say these words before, and what I said was Germany during Beer Fest or Oktoberfest. And I'm thinking of Beer Fest, the movie, but Oktoberfest. I just think that like the festival of all festivals to just, and I'm not even a beer drinker. I mean, I'll knock back a few. Hey, right? Elbow. But I mean, it's more of just like the iconic festival to be a part of and experience.
That's a good one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Steven?
Well, Mark just reminded me I have not been to Italy, but Mark has. And in fact, you were gone for like a week or so, and I just randomly attempted to call you, and I got through, and you happened to be at the Statue of David at that moment.
Oh yeah,
You did. And I said, how big is it in real life? And you said to me, like, you're not going to believe this, but I'm here at the Statue of David, and I am staring right down the barrel right now.
Oh man, it's too funny to me. Everything that we've referenced is all about dicks, and it's just too funny.
I mean, if you were to walk into that room where that statue is, you would immediately look at the day. Like, who wouldn't, right? I mean,
Yeah, so we're regular people.
Yeah, regular people.
Fuck off. Oh yeah, I think you two should try and fire up Culture Shock Comics again, and I'll leave a link to those videos when I post this.
Yeah, it's a fun idea, and it's basically you know what, we should do that. All three of us should go do that as
I don't
as a
travel.
side project. Okay.
I'm not going to travel, and I don't. So
I can't wait till my daughter hears about all this stuff. You know, she's gonna. No, she'll be. By the time she even cares at all, we'll be buried. Sorry,
Jesus.
I'm just looking at her toys. I'm like, there might be a day when she's like 16 and goes through all this stuff, and like, oh, my dad has a podcast. I'll just listen to the first 3 episodes.
1 and 2 were okay. They were a little long and drug on, but holy God, number 3 took a turn.
We'll set a password on these.
Yeah.
Hold hugging me. Okay, guys. That's what you sound like, you shithead. I was just talking in my hand mirror that I keep next to the keyboard with me.
When you go back to edit this, you'll be like, I know. Yeah.
You know, Hateful Jeff, you're a smart person with astute observations about people. Oh, you're a smart person, Jeff. What if somebody got like stuck in a loop or a spiral of shit talking themselves and just mocking themselves? Okay, this is good podcasting. Well, I think that does it for the week, guys.
Yeah, we covered some ground.
Did we?
No.
Nothing worth listening to, that's for sure.
That is for
We
sure.
had some science talk in there.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Almost, yeah. We should try science talk again. Science is my favorite subject of real things.
I like
We
that,
should
yeah.
take another run at it and see if we can get further than we did this time.
I love that.
Call in with your science questions.
Yeah.
That's great.
Let's get some science questions. We can come at it like a 3-headed monster. And by that, I mean like some sort of monster that can convert normal questions into dick, butt, and fart jokes.
I thought you were going to say, we got to come at it like a suck machine.
Ugh, that thing. I saw that video, the GIF of the suck machine also. It looked like it was like a mobile unit on wheels.
A mobile unit. Oh, quick. We need this machine down the hall. Guy needs to get sucked.
And there's 3 doctors running and like holding it down and running it down the hallway.
They've just got it on a hand truck to get it down the hallway faster. But like, do you think there's just like a tank that everybody comes into? And then like at the end of the day, somebody has to like they're recharging their Roomba's batteries. Like they got to go put it on the docking station and like dump out the cum tank.
I don't think they mix cum. I think they have to keep her in separate vials or canisters. Yeah.
Why?
Well, like
It all tastes the same.
genetic, like someone might say, "Oh, I want the cum." Can't even say the proper name. I want the semen from my relative or whatever.
Why? Why would you want that?
I mean, my husband. I mean, my husband.
What the cum?
The cum.
Give me 2 pints of my great uncle's jizz.
Well, what I'm saying is you can't just have a vat because you can't find your ancestors' cum in a vat. You gotta retrieve it from a storage.
You're using way too many big words for getting cum. Retrieve. Oh God. Oh, fuck. I laughed so hard at that I'm gonna puke.
I've never heard anybody go to like a work party and introduce their husband or wife as their relative.
Whatever. You guys knew what I meant.
I didn't. I really did. Well,
I was confused when you said relative for sure.
yeah, that one threw me.
Yeah, it did. I said it wrong. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we stuck around. for that one.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.